Greetings to thee. Welcome to the cult of thee. Recently, you've seen in my video, the previous one to this, I got a message from the sun. Very simply put, it read thee. So I wanted to talk to you about who thee is. Hold on, let me just switch this off. I get a phone call. It's not easy, you know, trying to elaborate things. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Shit. Yeah, this was gonna happen. That was a fraudulent thing. In the middle of my recording, you know, I'm trying to explain the cult of thee. It's a new, I wouldn't say cult, but it's based on a message that I got from the sun, and it's thee. So, who's thee? Thee, most logically put, is the first one who saw the message and it said thee. That's thee. You see, you are the first audience to thee. You are the first audience to thee. It's a Tunisian drama got man. You know, my friend gave it to me. Anyway, it's like this, innit? So, whichever way would have approached this in terms of explaining that message that I received when I decided to use Morse code and try and deduce if we can't see if the sun's talking to us, if it's talking to thee. So, in these parts of the world, at these latitudes, even if you look at the temple that they have here, Stonehenge, if you look at the natives from around here, you got Uralic people, Amerindians, Chinese, I don't know. But basically they deal with smoke signals. Yeah. So, smoke signals, that's where Morse code came from, really. How big is the smoke? How small is the smoke? Anyway, so if you look at the way they communicate, you're supposed to communicate as a human being when you're at these latitudes and this catchment on the planet. It's like Morse code or smoke signals. And they managed to deduce a lot. Some of the same shit we deduced in Africa and Egypt and in the land of Nod. But anyway, so basically we had to deduce that there's ways of communicating with the universe. They had shaman here who did that, and you have to deduce how you can deduce communication with the universe, and that's how they did that. So I think it must have been warfare that's caused them to think we can turn smoke signals into Morse code, if you think about it. And they had some Amerindians working on that as well. You can research it. So anyway, the way you communicate when you're at these latitudes, you have to look at what the natives do, and that they will let you know. They never let me know, but I figured it out from looking at the ancestors that we have here. Stonehenge then. But anyway, when you connect with the ancestors, you can hear. So basically, so I was inspired, let's say, by the surroundings to come up with the idea of using Morse code to find it. And when I looked at the sun disk, and I thought to myself, if you can read it in terms of what it's doing when it's flickering, maybe there's a message that it's sending to you when that. So, being a targeted individual, obviously my thoughts get monitored and that, and there's intellectual theft and that. So whenever I come up with a new idea, it gets stolen from me and that. So as I was thinking about that, I knew that I had to react real quick. I'm a man that when I write a song, it takes me half a day, and that's from conceptualization to writing the music down, and then the song, and then you sing that one, and it's ready to print within 6 hours straight. Yeah, so I'm like that. I'm finding it hard to take in. And then I looked to see if my theory is verified. If the sun has been talking for a while, there will be messages that we can find. I know this is synchronicity, but I'm wondering how. So anyway, how is it that the first time that I looked to see if my theory is right, that the sun is talking to us, I saw the word "the"? That's the only thing that it said last year. It was in a solar minimum, and it started to pick up now. So it never went above KP4 many times. And the only times that it did, it spelled out a message and it said "the". And I was the first one to see that message because it was my idea. So basically, as I was trying to see it, the first thing I did, I put it into a Morse code generator on the site, on the website. I can't remember what it was called, but it was faulty. It was designed by someone, but it couldn't identify the first letter, so all I saw was "he". So I looked again and I thought, let me look further. Let me look at the lower KP indices where it touched 3 going up to 4, not 4 and above. And then what did I find? So I find another message, but that was gibberish and that, and I thought, okay, let me just concentrate on the higher one. And when I went back to it and I used a different site, and then I could decipher the first letter that I missed that time, and it was T. Now all I saw was "the", and that is me. I'm "the". The first one that saw the message must be him, and the first one to look and see and realize what that message is, that is "the". The message said "the", it must be you, and I was the first one to realize that message. So you're not "the", I'm "the". I don't have any disciples yet, so I have to do all this shit myself. But anyway, I hope you understand me. Welcome to the cult of "the".